That's the 17 of Nick Matera. On the outside pole, that's second place in points, Tyler Shalhoub. In the third position, that's going to be the 16 car of Daniel Stolte. On the outside of him, again, he's got friends here from Polar Beverages. That's the 74 car of Andrew Carpenter. Next, she's got a chance to clinch the points tonight, as she could finish within one spot of Tyler Shalhoub unless he wins the race. That's the 20 of Taylor Martin. Then, on the outside of her, that's going to be the 04 of Rachel Fort. Then the 13 of Chase Wood. Then the 6 car of Garrett Denton. Then that's the 04 of Rachel Fort. Got a little mix-up here, but we'll get back to the rest of the starting lineup momentarily. And the green flag is out. Nicholas Matera off and running early in this one.
But swallowing up his back bumper is a 16 of Jordan Lamoth. And here comes Taylor Martin. Had a disappointing run last week, but she is going to blockbuster her way underneath Lamoth, and she is already fireballed her way into second place.
Yeah, so Taylor trying to go out and leave no doubt to her championship title hopes as she's dicing for the lead early in this one.
Those two cars are body pierced together, and now with some oomph, here is Taylor Martin as she is going to hang glide her way into the lead by about a particle over the 17 of Matera. Matera tough on the bottom, but Taylor Martin even tougher on the outside, and Andrew Carpenter is starting to rumble in car number 74. And look at Carpenter, Nate, as that car looks smooth. As he said, he has a pretty big cheering section tonight, and right now his friends have a lot to root for.
Yes, they do. So Andrew Carpenter is wound up and ready for battle in this one.
What a classic battle at the front, though, between Matera and Martin. Who do you think has the edge?
It's a tough one to call right now. I mean, Taylor looks a little bit more, she's got a little bit more power down the straightaways, but in the turns, Matera pulls right up alongside of her, so a tough battle for the lead right now.
Yeah, Martin had the edge. Now they go into turns, and coming out of 4, what happens? They did come together slightly, but the cars are even. So whatever Martin gets on the straightaway, she loses it in the turns.
Yeah, and look at this. They're both going to have some company. But Carpenter in the 16 car of Jordan Lamoth and Kenneth Moore and the Knicks. Oh, look at this. Joey Ternulo on his roof.
And also Di Matteo in trouble. Ternulo upside down. Rachel Fort involved, but we want everyone to stay in the bleachers, please. Thank you very much for your cooperation. And Joey Ternulo.
Oh, man, I hope he's all right.
Well, our officials immediately onto the scene. And I did not see what happened, Nate Dogg.
I seen the tail end of it. I know he had he was just.
All right, we are ready to get back to business with the Bandoleros. And when we left, it was a breathtaking battle between Taylor Martin in the 20 and Nick Matera in the 17. We'll see if the intensity remains as they come crawling into turn number 4. Who will exit the turn first? It looks like Taylor, as she looked like a soda out of a shaken can as she spurts her way into the lead, but Matera is not far away. This is the best car Nick Matera has had this season.
Yeah, and he's getting a little help from Jordan Lamoth on the start there, but Taylor Martin, she looks to have she has the pack cleared, and she's going to try and set sail in this one.
Look at Andrew Carpenter. His fans have to be going ballistic right now as Carpenter is able to rabble-rouse his way into second, and right behind him is one of the unheralded drivers in the division, Ken Morin in car number 81. He is leading his teammate, Nick Soa. Remember, Nick won last week, and right now Nick is in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, so teammates teaming up and rallying through the pack. early in this one. Do they have enough to take down our top two is the question. Right now, Taylor Martin looking awfully strong at the point.
She is leading by the length of a gorilla's arm over the 74 of Andrew Carpenter. Two black cars, two teammates trying to take command here.
Ooh.
As Morin almost went under the 74. A little Ringo Starr action to the back bumper of the Carpenter car. So the top four cars could fit in a toothpaste tube, and putting the squeeze on our leader, Taylor Martin, is Andrew Carpenter with his best run of 2010.
Look at this. Morin with the bottom shot underneath Carpenter, and Nick Soa is going to follow his teammate, and Carpenter's on no man's land out there stuck on an island by himself, Matt.
He is stuck on an island and no SOS in sight. Remember, it took him 6 years to get off a loss. So imagine what happens when you get stuck on the outside. But Andrew did a good job to get back on the bottom groove, and Taylor Martin continues to dictate the pace at the halfway mark. Leading the next group of cars is Matera. Remember, Taylor Shalhoub is behind him. He has only one chance to stay alive for the championship, and that is to win the race. And he is getting a challenge from Daniel Stolte in car number 15.
Yeah, look at this. Kenneth Morin and Nick Soa teaming up to try and take down Taylor Martin. Morin underneath. And look at this. We got a new leader down the backstretch. Can he hang on?
And Morin is able to get the lead. He also has a hole open for Nick Soa. And Soa is able to laser beam his way into second. In one lap, Martin has fallen from first to third. Can she get her momentum back?
Yeah, so the teammates looking awfully strong in first and second right now.
I think they just tuckered Taylor out.
Yeah, but Taylor is racing for a bigger picture today. She's still mathematically the champion if she can finish where she is. But there's still a lot of racing left in this one. And Nick Soa said, I might have used your help to get up here, teammate, but right now, it's all for one.
So he is still riding his coattails with 6 laps to go. And Taylor, we've seen her come from third to first on the last few laps on many occasions before. So the top 3 cars could fit inside a coconut. At the front of the field looking for his first win of the year is Ken Morin, as he is leading by a fingernail over the 10 of Soa. And Soa trying to make something happen on the bottom, and now wanders right behind the 81. He is almost crazy glued to the back bumper.
Wow, what a race for the lead right now. It looks very important to keep your car on the bottom of the track. That seems to be the hot setup. It's very difficult to maneuver your way around on the top here. So you got to try and make a run and shoot down to the bottom of the track.
2 cars that are more identical than the Olsen twins. The 81 of Ken Morin, the 10 of Soa, and also in the neighborhood is Taylor Martin. Those 3 sharing the same air supply in turn number 1. Andrew Carpenter is still having a great run in 4th, Nate. He hasn't given up. And what about Jordan Lamoth in car number 16? He has picked up a couple of spots in the last 2 laps, and he has moved into the top 5. The drama, however, is at the front.
Yes, look at this. Nick Soa starting to apply heavy pressure to the back bumper of his teammate. He may be waiting for a last lap pass. Right now, he's starting to take a peek down the backstretch. The white flag is waving in the air. Nick Soa looks to be making his move right now. Kenneth Morin up to the task down the front stretch. Taylor Martin waiting in the wings in 3rd position to see if Nick Soa can make the power move against his teammate. Kenneth Morin holds serve through 3 and 4. Nick Soa making a last-ditch effort, but Kenneth Morin is going to pull down the checkers. Nick Soa, his teammate, finishes 2nd. And right now, unofficially, the 20 car, Taylor Martin, has just clinched the title unofficially. But right now, she's got to be very happy as our top 3 make their way over to victory lane, and Matt will be with him in a moment.
So maybe it was a little teamwork for these drivers to get into the top two. Climbing out of his car, finishing in second. Here is Nick Soa. Well, Nick, not the win that you got a week ago, but how happy are you that the team finishes 1-2?
It's pretty good. I was trying to pull away from third Taylor by bump drafting with Ken, but on the radio they told me to stop bump drafting Ken. So I had to try to set him up, and I almost had him. And I would like to thank Morin Concrete, my dad, my mom, two of my brothers, my friend Jordan, Spy Optics, DW2 Wheels, and Field Clothing.
So that's the story for our second place finisher, Nick Soa. And now, ladies and gentlemen, hitting the winner's circle for the first time this season, but he has had many great runs in car number 81, Ken Morin Jr. You finally got that victory this year, Ken. How does it feel?
Feels great. I don't know how I got my car to stay this way. Nicholas Soa did a good job. And I just want to thank Morin Concrete Brackets, and my family and my little brother Andrew for helping me get the car up to first place.
How did you guys rally to get by that 20 car? That is something that has been tough to do all season long.
I don't know how, but she's been fast, and we just got it up there.
Well, he got it up there and stayed up there in car number 81 for the first time this season. Ken Morin getting the victory. And now, ladies and gentlemen, by virtue of her third place finish, it is time to meet the 2010 champion of the Bandolero division, 12 years old from New Hampshire, Taylor Martin. How much of a relief is it to you to wrap up the championship tonight?
Well, to wrap up the championship, it means a lot, and it took a lot of stress off me because I knew that everyone else was catching up to me in points.
How disappointed are you that those two black cars ganged up on you and were you able to drop you back to third?
Well, that's just racing, so pairing up is just about racing.
Okay, I know a lot of people have helped you win the championship. Maybe you can salute the people on the Taylor Martin team.
I would like to thank my parents, my sisters, all my fans, George Whitney, Tiger Tom Pistone, Chrissy Pistone, and pretty much just everyone that helped me this year.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you saw a championship season. Car number 20. She won a lot of races. Tonight she did what she had to do, finish on the podium. How about a hand for our champion, Taylor Martin?